You're listening to the Infinite Bliss Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Robinson, the Gregarious Hermit. Hey everybody, welcome and thank you for joining me. Hope you guys are all doing okay. There's a thunderstorm rolling through our area right now. So if for some reason the Zoom cuts off, it's because the power went off and I probably lost my internet. So if that's the case, then I'm still recording it here, so I'll post that later so you'll be able to catch up. But hopefully that storm doesn't affect anybody else on here as well. Now, remember last night, as part of the Beginner's Meditation Week, I talked about the two different types of meditation. One where mindfulness meditations, where you actively look at something in the physical world that is always present. And then the other type of meditation where you actively use your mind. And so those are the two distinct flavors of meditation. And tonight, what I want to do is a single meditation that actually employs both of those techniques. And what I'm going to do is a guided meditation. So I'm going to be walking you on a journey, and you have to listen very carefully to what I'm saying. So that's the mindfulness part. You're using your real ears to listen very carefully to what I'm saying, but then you're also using your mind to generate the image and build the picture of what I'm describing. So this is a great meditation, really good for beginners. These are very easy meditations that allow people to relax and get a little bit of break from their mind because it uses both aspects of meditation. So I'm actually going to take my jacket off right now before we start. A little chilly when I first came down here, but now I warmed up a little. So, all right, so let's start as we always do. Just spend a moment, make yourself nice and comfortable. Sit up tall in your seat with your feet flat on the floor. And then starting with your feet, I want you to feel them relaxing. As you relax your feet, feel them expanding and feel the toes starting to tingle. Feel the arches just resting. Feel them dropping down slightly and sinking into the floor. And then moving further up to your calf muscles. I want you to just relax those muscles. Feel them hanging down behind your knee. You should get that little tug of gravity pulling down on them. Now moving further up to your thighs and your hamstrings. Allow those big muscles to soften. Imagine that they're like a chocolate bar just melting in the sun. You can feel them melting into a puddle on your seat. Allow those muscles to relax. Let go of all the tension that's there. Now moving up to the base of your spine. Try to make your spine as straight as you can so that the weight of your upper body and your head just pushes right down all the way through your pelvis and into your seat. As you breathe, just relax those muscles in your lower back. Feel that space around your kidneys, relaxing and releasing any tension. Moving further up to your upper back. Relax the muscles and allow your shoulders to just drop. Release the tension there if you've been sitting at a computer all day, or if you've been sitting on the couch holding your phone. Your neck and your shoulders can sometimes get very tense. And then moving a little further up, make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Try to relax that muscle right by your ears. Just make sure there's no tension there. Make sure you're not grinding your teeth. You can give your jaw a little wiggle if you need to. Make sure it's nice and loose. Make sure you're not squinting or frowning. Just allow those muscles around your eyes and your forehead to relax completely. Now, as you breathe, just notice that gentle rocking motion. It's just like a wave as you breathe in and as you breathe out gently. It's almost like you're rocking a little baby to sleep. You breathe in, fill your lungs, and then as you breathe out, just relax your body. Feel that gentle wave, just relaxing and releasing any tension in your body. Now, I want you to listen carefully to what I'm saying, and I want you to build an image in your mind. And I want you to put as much detail into the image as you can. So not just vision, but you can put sound, smells, texture, and touch. This is your imagination, so make it big. Make it bold. But I want to start our little journey in the middle of a beautiful forest. I want you to imagine that you're standing right in the middle of a clearing. You can see the sunlight streaming through the trees and illuminating the forest floor. Maybe there's a little patch of grass. Maybe there's some moss on a rock. Or maybe there's some dry leaves on the floor. Just build the image, what feels right to you. Are there any animals? Can you hear any birds chirping? Can you feel the wind on your face? Can you smell the forest? And as you stand there, I want you to feel the warmth of the sun on your face. It's just the perfect temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. But it just feels really good. Feels like it's just lifting your soul, filling you with joy and making you happy. Now, as you stand there in the forest, I want you to just take a nice deep breath. Just breathe in all of that wonderful forest air. And then slowly exhale and start to relax even more. Now we're going to start walking forward. I want you to look around your opening in the forest and see if you can see a trail somewhere. Try to find a path going deeper into the forest. And I want you to start walking towards it very slowly. Just feel the ground underneath your feet. See if your footsteps make any noise. Maybe there are some twigs that are snapping under your toes, or some leaves that are crunching. And as they do that, I want you to feel those sensations in your feet. And as we walk down this beautiful forest path, just admiring all of the plants along the way. Maybe there are some ferns there, maybe some nice little bushes. Maybe they have nice flowers on them. Just stop and look at the flowers. Find one that stands out to you. When you look at a plant, there's always one flower that seems to shine more than the others. I want you to slow down and really take a look at that flower. Look at all of the details. Look at the texture of the petals. Does it have a nice smell to it? What do the petals feel like? If you reach down and just rub them with your fingers. Now, as you're standing there admiring the flower, you get a faint smell of an ocean breeze. You know, that salty smell that you get when you go to the beach. And I want you to walk towards that smell. So carry on walking through the forest down that path. And as you walk, you see that the forest is getting less dense ahead of you. You start to see more sky through the trees. And it's a beautiful blue sky. You start to be able to hear seagulls singing, making their noise. And you can hear the ocean waves breaking on the shore. And as you get to the end of the path in the forest, right on the edge of the trees, you realize that you're actually standing at the top of a beach. So carry on walking down into the sand. And if you haven't already taken your shoes off, go ahead and just take your shoes off now and walk barefoot on the sand. Feel it between your toes. Is it cool or is it warm? Is it very gritty or is it really soft? And I want you to walk down the sandy beach right to the edge of the water where the waves are just breaking on the shore. And just feel the water running up the beach and running over your feet. You're standing right in the edge of the surf right now. Listen to all of the sounds that the ocean is making. Smell that wonderful sea air. And then as you look out onto the ocean, you can see the sun just gently setting, and the sky is starting to change colors. It's going through some beautiful shades of orange and red. And I want you to look at that sun right on the horizon and just feel the warmth from it. And I want you to allow that warmth to fill you with healing and love, just a wonderful sense of happiness and joy. And I want you to say thank you. Just say thank you to the sun for all that it provides to us. And just feel that joy. Now, unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our journey now. So I want you to just step back out of the surf and just sit down on the beach, sit on the sand, and then start to become aware of the room around you. Feel yourself sitting on your seat and feel your feet on the floor. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come on back. So the wonderful thing about meditations like that, it's often easier when somebody's teaching the meditation and guiding you through that. But if you want to get a break from the real world that you're living in right now, you can just close your eyes and just imagine whatever place you want. Just take a little mini vacation somewhere. If you want to go to Paris, just imagine yourself being in Paris. Maybe you're standing on the Eiffel Tower or, on the gallery, and just really kind of build the image in as much detail as you can. Go to a beach somewhere, go to a forest or a mountain. Just give yourself a little break. And it's not quite the same as a real vacation. You don't get the photographs on your phone to prove it. But mentally, it gives you a really good break. It's almost as good as going on real vacation. And you can just do that for 5 minutes at night, sitting on your couch, and just get away from whatever mayhem and chaos is going on in your real life. Just take a little break like that. And, those feelings of joy and happiness, they remain with you. They are real, and your body responds to that in a very positive way. So, all right, that's all I have for tonight. I do have a couple of things to go over after the break. So, if you guys want to stick around for a few minutes, I just want to talk a little bit more about establishing a practice and how to really get started with that and how to set up a little space in your house to do that. So, I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the early birds, and then Friday evening for our final meditation before the weekend. So stick around, stick on the call. I'll be right back. Everybody else, all right, take care, and I'll see you later.